Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 15 of What If Izuna Uchiha was Naruto's ancestor. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also stay in tune because I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Rebuild the Uzumaki clan on this channel. So stay in tune for that and I hope you guys enjoy. And over on Anime King, I post a new episode of What If Kaguya was Naruto's mother. So go ahead and check that out and enjoy as well guys. And I am going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto had multiple people sealed inside of him later on. So stay in tune for that and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support guys, and yeah, without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So the last time we left off, Hiruzen figured out that Naruto needed help, so he sent one of his operatives information by an eagle, so that he could go and help Naruto. He also sent information to Jiraiya and Tsunade, the latest version of the bingo book, as Naruto was in there, as Tsunade was beyond pissed. Naruto was her family and she was forbidden to take him from the village. And now, she finds out about this? She regrets that decision every day of her life, not staying with him. But what the hell is about him being a missing nin? Jiraiya also decided to head back to Konoha as well, as he wanted to see what is truly going on. Meanwhile with Naruto, he found the closest thing he had to a mother. Her name was Nono. She was a root Anfu, but she retired. As Naruto was the reason why she is safe now, as Danzo didn't want to leave anyone that retired the organization alive, but Naruto made sure that she was safe and hide her, as he gave her money to start her orphanage as she took care of kids, as she examined the Mangekyo Sharingan that Naruto brought back, as she found a way to make Naruto gain the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. But it would take at least 4 months and a lot of money, but Naruto had money as he showed her the scroll, as she told him she will get to work right away. We then had a skip to Kurenai, as Kurenai didn't understand and was confused and angry at the same moment, as she found the bingo book and saw that Naruto was in it, as she couldn't understand what the hell is going on. As she then realized that Naruto has been changing over the past months, and he barely visited her, and she hasn't seen him in the last 7 days, and now she get this, as she was on her way to Hokage's tower. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself, so let's start this new episode. A few tears came into Kurenai's eyes as she thought about Naruto. His life was just a big sad story, but he never gave up as he fought against the odds. But now, why? What have you gotten yourself into, Naruto? Kurenai thought, as she still hadn't accepted fully that Naruto had did this, and the only person that could prove her wrong was the Hokage. 4 more figures landed beside her as they started to run with her, as Kurenai saw that it was Kakashi, Anko, Sakura and Sasuke. But all of them looked different. For the first time, Kakashi was not holding his Ichi Ichi book, and his eye showed that it wanted answer right now, and his fists were clenched, but you couldn't see his face expression because of his mask. He and Naruto was so close, it must have hit him hard, Kurenai thought sadly. If this is some kind of joke, then I'm going to murder the one that played it, said Anko furiously. What is this nonsense? Naruto will never do such a thing. This is wrong, said Sakura. The only person that was not showing any feelings was Sasuke. He was running in a robotic way, and he had a stoic look on his face. It was like he went through this before. But on the inside, he was hurting badly. No, this is not true. Not again, Sasuke thought. Kurenai, it will be fine, said Sakura. This is not true. Naruto is innocent, and we all know this. Kurenai gave a grateful smile to the girl, as she was really thankful that these 4 had not given up on Naruto. But other than them, the entire village was in an uproar, as everyone was furious and shouting, "Kill the demon! That bastard! He should be killed, he's a traitor! Monster! Murder him!" All of these shouts were breaking Kurenai's heart with the passing moment. She couldn't believe all of the people that Naruto protected with his life had turned on him so easily. They were calling him a monster when they had a part in making Naruto grow up this way. How dare they? They have no right to say such things to him after what they did, Kurenai shouted. As a couple of people called Naruto a monster and Kurenai couldn't take it anymore. As she took out a kunai from her pouch and jumped in the air, but someone grabbed her roughly and dropped her on the rooftop. It was Kakashi. This isn't the time to get emotional and do something rash. But she was cut off by Kakashi. "Kurenai, you're a Jonin of Konoha. Behave like one," he said. "Kakashi," Anko said as she looked at him. She had never seen him act this way before. "Sasuke, let's go," said Kakashi as they took off, leaving the woman in shock. "That idiot, I'm going to kill him," said Anko. "Why can't they understand that Kurenai is in pain?" said Sakura. "No, they're right. I was reckless. Let's go to Hokage-sama. Only he can take us out of this nightmare." "Are you alright?" Anko asked. "Like Kakashi said, my personal feelings doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is getting Naruto out of this mess," Kurenai said, as the other two nodded. As all of them arrived at the Hokage's tower, as they made their way to the Hokage's office in lightning speed, Hiruzen heard footsteps approaching him, and he already knew who it was. As he looked at the Anvu commander beside him, as he sighed, "It's time to face them," said the Anvu commander. "God help us both," Hiruzen said. "After what we did, there can be no mercy for us, sir," said the Anvu commander. "Is the evidence that Naruto purposely left behind ready?" asked Hiruzen as he heard the footsteps getting closer. "Yes," the Anvu commander said. As the door of the office was burst open and 4 figures stepped in. "We need answer, now!" Meanwhile, with Naruto, he currently had a small bingo book with his picture in it, as he was currently on top of the roof of Nono's house. "So, it has begun," he said. "What are you going to do?" asked Kurama. "Nothing is going to change. The mission will proceed as planned," said Naruto. "But you need to rest for a few more days. And you remember what Nono said. You need to find that woman if you want to live." "Now is not the time," said Naruto. Kurama got pissed after hearing her to answer. "You idiot! Nono said you have 6 months left to live, and you're saying that you don't have the time to find the one that can save your miserable idiot ass?" "Precisely," said Naruto in a calm voice. "I am already behind schedule, and I have to complete Sai objective too." "That leave me no time to find Tsunade. There is no option left," Naruto said. Even he didn't want to die, but the mission came first. "I believe I can help you there," said a voice. Naruto's eyes widened in surprise. Did someone just got behind his back? Even if he wasn't in a good condition, he should have sensed any Chunin or Jonin if they were near him. That left one option. The person behind him must be an Anvu, and a damn good one. As he turned around and saw, there was an Anvu standing behind him with his sword strapped on his back. But the most unique thing was his black wolf face mask. The Anvu then tossed a scroll to Naruto as he catched it. As Naruto saw the Hokage stamp on it. "I'm your new partner in Operation Ghost," said the Anvu. Naruto looked at him suspiciously, as he didn't know who this soldier was, or whether he can trust him or not. "Who are you?" said Naruto, as the Anvu slowly removed his mask. "I am," he said. Back at the Hokage's office, Hiruzen calmly looked at the 4 people in front of him, as Kakashi was looking at him very seriously and in no mood for any silly jokes. Anko was looking at him as if he had killed the closest person in her life, as Kurenai had a desperate look in her eyes and he could see pure anger in it as well, as Sakura just looked worried, as Sasuke looked at Hiruzen with his Sharingan activated, but his face looked calm and neutral. A few more footsteps were heard, and soon more people rushed in the room. It was Shikamaru, Ino, Choji, Kiba, Hinata, Shino, and Asuma. "Kakashi-sensei, what is going on?" asked Hinata worriedly. Ever since she heard the news that Naruto was labeled a missing link, she felt scared. Even after being cast into the side branch, she never blamed Naruto for this. She had realized her mistake and was now working with Neji to improve her skills and prove to Naruto that she was a good shinobi too, as Neji has been helping her improving her skills and she really hoped to make everyone proud in the upcoming Chunin exams. Ino rushed up to Sakura and grabbed her as she had a very worried look in her eyes as Naruto was her friend too. "Sakura, is this true?" Ino asks. Sakura looked into her friend's eyes. What could she say? The entire village already accepted Naruto as a traitor. Only a handful of people believed that he was innocent. And almost all of them were present in this room, except for the Ichiraku family, Iruka, and the Hokage family. "I don't know, Ino, I don't know," said Sakura gently. Shikamaru and Shino stood beside Sasuke quietly, as they just looked at the Hokage. "That troublesome Naruto, he always dragged us in some kind of mess," said Shikamaru tiredly, as Kiba smacked him on the back of the head. "You lazy ass, he's our friend, and I won't believe he committed such a genocide," Kiba said. Asuma looked at Kurenai, as she looked broken as she was just standing there quietly. He went towards her, but he was stopped by Kakashi, who placed a hand on his shoulder and whispered in his ears. "Asuma, if you don't want to die a painful death, leave her alone right now," he said. Asuma looked at Kakashi, but then Kakashi looked down as he looked at Kurenai's hand, as he saw she was gripping it so tight that blood was leaking from it. "She is pissed," Asuma thought worriedly, as everyone was now talking and wanted to find some answer. But then a very strong presence filled the room, as everyone's eyes went wide. As they turned towards the Hokage, they thought that it was him, but no, it was coming from Kurenai. "Will you all shut the hell up?" she screamed. "Kurenai," Uncle said in shock, as Kurenai was so dangerously angry, as Kakashi decided that it was time to talk with the man that is going to give them the answer. "Hokage-sama, we request that you tell us what is going on," said Kakashi. A tired sigh escaped from Hiruzen's lips as he rubbed his forehead. "Make the preparations," said Hiruzen, as the Anfu nodded as he vanished in an instant. Hiruzen looked at his subordinates as he knew they were heartbroken, and what he was about to do would shatter all their beliefs, especially Kurenai. But he had a feeling that she would survive this hard time. He had to hand it to Naruto. Even in such a situation, he had formulated a plan to help Kurenai go through this. "I will answer all your questions, as I am fully aware what you're all going through. But I ask all of you to ask questions one at a time." Everyone nodded as Kurenai was the first one to step forward. "Hokage-sama, Naruto is innocent. There is no way he would do something like this. Tell me, this is some kind of misunderstanding." Hiruzen's heart really broke. The thing he was about to do was a grave sin. He was totally going to erase the kind and gentle Naruto from their mind and replace it with a monster. But for the sake of many, 2 soldiers had to be sacrificed. It was the same in the past, it was the same right now, and it will be the same in the future. This world was truly bloody. "I'm afraid you're wrong, Kurenai. It was Naruto," Hiruzen said, as Kurenai stepped forward and slammed her hand on his desk. "How can you say this? You know Naruto. He would never do such a thing. Against his own comrades? He fought with us for years to protect this village through and through," said Kurenai in an angry tone. Hiruzen put his hand on Kurenai's hand as he looked at her with a sad look on his face. "The Naruto you knew, that all of us knew, was nothing but an illusion," he said. "What do you mean?" Uncle asked. "In order to make you understand, you must know the truth about Naruto's life," said Hiruzen slowly. "Hokage-sama," said Kakashi. Even Sasuke and Sakura were shocked. Was he really going to tell the truth of Naruto to all of them? "It seems Naruto had some dark secrets," said Shikamaru. "I don't understand," Kiba said. "My bugs always felt something strange about him. It was like if he was dangerous, if he had something dark hidden within him," Shino said. "You're correct, Aberme Shino. Naruto had something evil within him," said Hiruzen. "What I'm about to tell you is an extra-rank secret, which none of you may say without my permission. The penalty for breaking this law is execution, as well as your entire family." All of the genin took a step back in fear as Hiruzen leaked some key to make his point solid. What kind of secret is this? Could it be? Shikamaru thought, confused. "What was Naruto's birthday again?" asked Shikamaru. As Hiruzen looked at him, it seems like the boy was smart as his father. "October 10th, Hiruzen said, as he gave Shikamaru a knowing look. as Shikamaru's eyes widened in shock as he understood. That look in the Hokage's eyes gave him the solid proof that his theory was true, as he then saw the look on Sakura and Sasuke's face, so they knew it as well. "You guys knew it as well," said Shikamaru. "Yes," said Sakura, as Naruto already told them that he had the Kyuubi sealed inside of him when they became a team. "Can someone please tell me what is going on?" Kiba said. "What do you children know about the Kyuubi incident that happened 14 to 15 years ago?" Hiruzen said. "Only that the 4th Hokage defeated the Kyuubi, but he sacrificed his life as well," said Hinata. "It's a lie, isn't it, Hokage?" said Shino. "What, Shino? If that's a lie, what happened to the Kyuubi, and why is this related to Naruto?" Ino asked. "The tail beasts can never be killed," said Kakashi. "There is only one way to stop them." "And what is that?" asked Choji. "By sealing them into a vessel," Kurenai said. All the Genin's eyes widened in shock as a very horrible feeling started to develop in their gut. "The nine-tailed fox was sealed inside of Naruto by the 4th Hokage," said Hiruzen, shocking the remaining rookies. "This can't be true," said Hinata, as tears came to her eyes, as she now see how much Naruto has suffered. "It's horrible," said Ino in fear. "Why?" Kiba said. "What do you mean?" Hiruzen asked. "Why was the beast sealed in?" my friend Kiba asked. "If the nine-tail was sealed in an adult, then Naruto wouldn't have to suffer so much. It's all your fault. Do you Hokages think that you're God? What were you thinking?" Sasuke yelled, as everyone turned and looked at Sasuke, as they never saw Sasuke outburst like that before. "The nine-tails cannot be sealed in an adult. They would be killed instantly. Only a child whose chakra coils has not been developed can contain the Kyuubi," said Hiruzen seriously. "But why Naruto? Why not anyone else?" Kurenai asked. "It's because his own father considered him fit to bear this burden, and only trusts Naruto to wield the power of the nine-tail to protect Konoha," Hiruzen said, shocking everyone in the room, except for Kakashi, as everyone had their mouths wide. Father?" Kurenai said. Most of the time she could not see his face, but that night when they had sex and he removed his face mask, she could see his face clearly, and he looked so much like the 4th Hokage. "The 4th is Naruto's father?" she said. "No way," said Ino. "But how could the 4th Hokage do such a thing to his son?" said Shikamaru. As Shikamaru couldn't believe it, he looked up to the 4th Hokage. He had so much respect for him. No matter what happened, how could he seal that beast inside his own son? In this world, there are no heroes. The Kages are the people who have to make the tough choice, and the 4th Hokage considered Naruto because he could not put such a burden on another child, said Hiruzen sadly. As Hiruzen was then quite shocked as Kurenai grabbed him and slammed him against the wall. Kurenai uncle said, "I don't care what you Hokages have to face. Did you people even ask Naruto? Do you know what he has been through? All of you are monsters," she screamed as tears came out of her eyes. As Anko and Kakashi pulled her off of Hiruzen, as Anko was now sitting on top of Kurenai as she was restraining her on the ground. As Kurenai was yelling at her to get off her, but Anko didn't want her friend to get in any more trouble. "He wanted Naruto to be seen as a hero for keeping the Kyuubi at bay," said Hiruzen. Kakashi snorted when he heard that. "A hero? Oh, now I see why you adopted him. You were the 4th, only remaining student." As Asuma then spoke, "Hokage, this is sad news, but Naruto did not hold any grudge or hatred towards this village. The will of fire burned brightly in that boy," Asuma said. As Hiruzen looked at his son, the door then opened as Inoichi Yamanaka entered the room. "Dad, what are you doing here?" asked Ino curiously. "He will show you what the villagers did to Naruto before Kakashi adopted him. It will make you understand that Naruto hates every person in Konoha." "But how?" asked Choji. "Inoichi was Naruto's counselor during his childhood and looked after his mental health. Is that true?" Ino asked. As Inoichi nodded, he was ordered by the Hokage to show all of them this. But why was the Hokage going so far to make them believe that Naruto was a traitor? As all of them circled around him as they held hands. "I'm going to show you Naruto's memories, and if it becomes too painful, just release your hand." As Kurenai quickly grabbed Uncle's hand as she didn't know what happened to Naruto. That changed him so much, but she will find out right now. Is everyone ready? As they all nodded as Inoichi started the jutsu. After a couple of minutes, the jutsu ended. All of the girls had tears coming from their eyes. How could people do such a thing to a child? Sasuke's hand was clenched tightly, as he had enough. There was nothing left to do now. He got up and started to walk towards the exit of the room, as Sakura's voice stopped him. Sasuke, where are you going? She said, tears still falling from her eyes. Sasuke looked at Sakura. All this pain, all this suffering that Naruto went through. Sakura, this place, this world. I don't care about anything anymore, he said, as he left the room. As he walked down the dark hallways, the only thing he felt in him was despair, as something has changed. Mom, Dad, Itachi, Naruto, I will create a world where there is no suffering. As his eyes snapped open, but instead of a regular Sharingan, there was a round circle with 3 short ends connected to the side of his eyes. As Sasuke Uchiha has fallen to the cursed of the Uchiha hatred. Back with Naruto, he was shocked as he couldn't believe who was standing in front of him. I am Captain Itachi Uchiha, 2nd Squad of Anbu Black Ops Division. As Naruto couldn't believe, in front of him was the strongest Anbu captain who was considered as powerful and ruthless as Naruto himself, as he wiped out his entire clan in a night. So the old geezer sent someone as strong as Naruto, both physically and mentally, said Kurama. Itachi Uchiha, said Naruto. You don't seem surprised, said Itachi. Every person that he met after killing his clan looked at him with pure hatred, but Naruto had the same look in his eyes like Itachi did. As Itachi did not sense any fear coming from Naruto, he was just standing there. It's a courtesy to introduce yourself when a captain stands in front of you, said Itachi. Captain Naruto Uchiha, 11th Squad, Root Anbu Force, said Naruto as he activated his Sharingan. Itachi's eyes widened a little when he saw the Sharingan. Hiruzen had told him that Naruto was a Uchiha, and he still couldn't believe the Hokage hid such information for so many years. But now he was quite surprised as Naruto introduced which squad he was from. You're from the 11th Squad? Itachi asked. Yes, is that a problem? Said Naruto. He is from the same squad that Shisui was. But this is not the same Naruto. What happened to him? Itachi thought, as the 11th Squad was the most lethal squad in Anbu Black Ops. The most skilled infiltrators and fighters came from that squad. And to say that Naruto became a captain at such a young age was incredible. Where did the blonde boy he see a few years ago disappear to? Naruto, why are you just standing there? You wanted to ask him questions a few years back. Why did he hurt your Uchiha friend? Kurama said. Because he and I are the same. We're the same devils, born to Konoha mistake, said Naruto. I want to ask you something, said Itachi. What? Said Naruto. I do not see any hatred from your eyes towards me. You are Uchiha too. Why don't you hate me for slaughtering the clan? Itachi asked curiously. There is no reason for me to hate you. The Uchihas were never my family. You killed those I didn't know. The fact that you're still on Konoha's side show that it was a conspiracy. With the Uchiha incident, wasn't there, Itachi? Naruto asked. Itachi's eyes widened as he looked at Naruto. Did he know the truth? Did the Hokage tell him? I killed Danzo and got the truth out of him, said Naruto with a lie, as he would never let anyone know that he killed Koharu and got the information. So that is how it is, said Itachi. As he prepared to fight, he couldn't let anyone know about the secret or let it get out. But before he could start a fight, Naruto sat down on the roof and looked up at the sky. There is no reason for us to fight. I have no interest in what you did. The both of us are murderers, and no matter what you did, both of us are nothing but sacrificial pawns, Naruto said. Itachi listened to Naruto as he lowered his fighting stance. What has the boy gone through that made him so cold-hearted? Had he gone through the same hell? So, you don't judge me for my actions, Itachi said. I have no right to judge you. I did the same thing as you. Anyone who raised their hands against their comrades meet a painful end. What are we? Despite being Konoha Shinobi, we kill Konoha Shinobi with our hands, said Naruto. As Itachi went over and sat beside his new partner, He had known Naruto's parents. He remembered Kushina and Minato. As Mikoto, his mother and Kushina were good friends, and he had met Kushina many times, and Naruto's father, Minato. To think that your son was reduced to this was a really sad thing. But this is a world of a ninja. Self-sacrifice is a way of a true ninja. But still, he could not force himself to get attached to any person, no matter who he was. Please, beware of me, said Itachi, as he activated his Mangekyo Sharingan. As Naruto looked at him, as his Sharingan turned into the Mangekyo Sharingan as well. Same go for you, said Naruto, as the strongest tag team has been formed. Back at Konoha, Ino and Sakura were affected, as Sasuke was crying when he left the room, and this was the first time they saw him cry. I never imagined that he and Naruto was so close, said Shikamaru. Hiruzen decided that it was enough for now. The Genins had known enough, and there was no further need to give them any more information. However, when he looked at Kurenai's face, the tears did not stop, as she realized how truly horrible Naruto's childhood was. But Anko was not convinced. She couldn't believe the boy she loved as a brother could do such a thing. Even if he had a reason to betray Konoha, was he strong enough to kill 300 Anvu? Or was he, she thought. There were so many things she did not know, and she wanted answers. Even Asuma had the same thoughts. She had trained Naruto in taijutsu, but still he was just a chunin, and he could not take on an entire Anvu force. And steal the Forbidden Scroll so easily? It just didn't make any sense to her. What should we do? Sakura asked. Her team was shattered. Naruto was gone. Sasuke was gone. Kurenai was broken. The only one was left was her and Anko. As she looked at Anko, she didn't know what to do now. It will be alright. We will figure something out. Right now, you go home and take some rest. I'll visit Sasuke afterwards, Anko said. Yes, Anko said Sakura sadly. All Genins are now dismissed. Go take some rest, said Hiruzen. As all of the Genins left the room seeing no other option. As all of the rookies suffered a major setback as their close friend was a traitor now. As Naruto was the center of their group, even Sasuke and Shino, two most antisocial person, was his friends. But everything is falling apart. Anko watched sadly as they exit the room. She then looked at Kurenai as Kurenai was broken. But it was enough. She wanted answers right now. This is ridiculous. There is no way the brat can kill so much Anbu and steal the Forbidden Scroll. Stop lying, Anko said furiously. Yeah, I agree with her. Naruto is strong but not powerful to kill so many Anbu, said Asuma. Meanwhile, Kurenai was tightening her fists as she was pissed. The villagers, how could they do this? But if this was true, why would Naruto do that? Did I mean nothing to him? Did he even think how this would make me feel, she thought. All the moments she had with him, all their feeling, was his quest for revenge more stronger than all of that? She had been there for him, she had loved him, trained him, gave her body, her soul. She had gave him everything and just wanted him to love her back. What was I to you, Naruto, she thought. Somewhere deep in her heart, something just activate. The love that she once had for him was no longer there. As she felt betrayed, she felt like she wanted to kill him. Kakashi, Anko, Asuma, Kurenai. You don't know what happened that night, Hiruzen said, as he had to make these people think that Naruto was a traitor for the mission's safety. If Kakashi, Anko, Kurenai accepted Naruto as a traitor as well, then the enemy would make their move. The rookies were almost convinced. The only people left was these four, as Kakashi was a real obstacle here. He was very sharp and Hiruzen would have to play his cards right or Kakashi would find out. But something seemed off. There was something wrong about Kakashi. He was showing signs of concern on his face from the start, but Hiruzen knew when someone was faking their emotions. It was time he had a talk with the masked man. Kakashi, I need to have a word with you in private. But Kurenai said, now, said Hiruzen, as Anko took Kurenai out of the room, as Asuma followed, leaving the both of them left inside. As Hiruzen made a hand sign as he activated the silent seal, as Kakashi was in front of him in a second, as he grabbed his collar. Kakashi, what is the meaning of this? Hiruzen asked. Hiruzen watched as Kakashi lifted up his headband. as a Mangita Sharingan was shown. But the most shocking thing was the words that Kakashi said, "I know what you did, Hiruzen Sarutobi." As Hiruzen looked at Kakashi as he didn't know what to say. If he knew the truth, he couldn't lose Kakashi when a war is on the horizon. He had to make Kakashi see reason no matter what. "I don't know what you're saying," said Hiruzen, but Kakashi gripped tight more on Hiruzen's collar. "I have no time for your crap. I will ask you again, why did you give Naruto a suicide mission? And most importantly, where is his daughter?" Kakashi said seriously. "It was already done," Hiruzen sighed tiredly. Kakashi found out the truth, and everything was already done. However, something he said was incorrect. "I will tell you everything, Kakashi. First, calm down. There's a lot of things going on that you don't know." As Kakashi released Hiruzen's collar, "Talk," Kakashi said. "Naruto is right now on an infiltration mission. It is true that he killed the entire Root Envoy force, including Danzo, on my orders." "How did he get the Mangita Sharingan?" asked Kakashi quietly. He knew how he get his, and that memory still haunted him. "He killed his best friend in Root," said Hiruzen. Kakashi's eyes widened in shock. Could Naruto really do such a thing? Now he knew why the kid always seemed so depressed. He was holding so much burden all alone. "You have to kill your best friend in Root in order to become a true Root Shinobi." Danzo set up everything, but Naruto couldn't kill his friend, but his friend jumped in the way and made Naruto kill him. "So that's how it was," said Kakashi, as a part of him was relief. But still, Naruto must be holding on to so much crap. Naruto had joined Root very early in order to find out what Danzo was planning. At age 10, he could see the dangers that Danzo would put Konoha in. "You must understand, Kakashi, Naruto was never a child. He stopped being a kid the day he came from the hospital. The trauma he suffered at that young age killed every innocent in him. And that is a major fact why he wants to suffer every burden all alone. Now I understand. He was always so quiet, always came so late at night. I just wish he could have told me. He is not my adoptive brother, Hiruzen. He's more like my son. That is the reason he never tell anyone," said Hiruzen. "I don't understand," said Kakashi. "He loved all of you and he didn't want to put any of you in danger. He even tried to stop Danzo's coup, but Danzo's Root agents followed Danzo to the end. And if the coup had happened, Konoha would be in a civil war. So you knew? You could have done something about it? Why did you throw everything on Naruto? Is he a pawn to you?" "No, it's not about stopping Root alone, but the main objective of this mission is to stop Konoha, biggest traitor. It's Operation Ghost." But guys, let me end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share all of your friends in your social media platform, and also stay in tune for the rest of the what is coming your way, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. But for now, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.